Maybe we could each consider for ourselves the possibility of creating a new dimension for ourself, new to ourself, of course. And then this new dimension can manifest on planet Earth. The dimension I mention, or am mentioning, is creation. Creation is a space that you need to create for yourself simply by saying, I create creation, which is the space from which you can create. The ability to create means to bring forth your life from nothing, from no prior memory, from no knowledge, from no thought, from no belief. Rather, it means to bring forth your life and our collective lives from nothing, from no attachment, from no already knowing, from no experience of memory. That doesn't mean it negates that which we have experienced. It means to say it negates the attachment that we place on the experience. So the first replacement you could consider is also the last replacement, or the last action, if you will. And that is, we collectively could consider, and then create the action of replacing belief with truth. In reality, or in the world of reality, belief is the mirror image of truth. Believing a truth makes it a belief, not a truth. It makes it a lie. So if we can consider the possibility for removing every belief that we have, and the manner in which we do that is we simply speak the truth, that we don't believe those things that we have been trained and conditioned to believe. It's really a simple matter of saying that you don't believe it. You're not going to believe it. It doesn't mean to say you don't have a view of it. It doesn't mean to say that you wouldn't have observed some parts of it or something, but it means to say you're not going to believe it. You're going to observe it in the now as a truth. Well, as a matter of fact, the only place you can observe the truth is in the now, even if you're bringing forth something back from your history. You might say you were born on May the whatever, and for that to be the truth, you need to see that's the truth for today, for right now, that you are a product of May, whatever the day is, or day and year. So if you truly care to create peace on earth, then the first activity needs to be creation within yourself, meaning create a blank space, a space with nothing in it, from which you can then create your life for yourself, and collectively perhaps later. That means to say that you're not thinking, you're not making goals, you're not greedy, you're not jealous and angry, all of those conditions of knowledge and thought and belief, because all of those drop off when you create, when you have creation as your core. You will have then erased or eradicated violence as your core. Right now, the consciousness that is responsible and has been on this planet for thousands of years, is the consciousness of knowledge, thought, and belief. And knowledge, thought, and belief are all of the past. So putting those away, negating them, having no attachment to them, is the possibility for the manifestation of creation. Creation, as I've said before, being the opposite, well, knowledge being the mirror image of creation. So knowledge is where we have been bringing forth our life with the use of thought, and then we incorporate those with belief to hold them into place. Creation is the reality, intelligence is the reality, and truth is the reality of the dream world, the world of lie, the world of sin, if you want to bring in religion to the conversation. A sin is to lie, when you tell a lie. And of course, as we've spoken before, lies are when you explain it away, when you have justification or explanation for your mistake or for your lie, like locker room talk or some ridiculous thing, then you know that not only are you lying, but you're covering up for your own lie. So if you consider that you yourself care to be free, have no attachment, not be held down by anything, then begin replacing your beliefs with truth. Truth has no path. It has no do this, do this, do this. It only has speak the truth. And each truth that you speak into a belief ends the belief. When you come to the end of belief, a quantum leap is there, a quantum movement is there into truth. And truth is the first and obviously last step in the dimension of intelligence and creation. From then on, truth can be your spotlight, your flashlight, your front of your car, whatever you want to point, the thing that points the way in which you're going to move from now till whatever you die. So I've probably spoken enough in 7 minutes and 45 seconds to maybe create. By create, what I mean is bring forth from nothing a new life for yourself. A life that has no rape in it, has no violence in it, has no jealousy, anger, all those getting angry with your wife or your husband or your child. If you get angry with your wife, husband, or child, you know you're living in the violent dimension of knowledge, thought, and belief, because all anger, all violence, all anger, all jealousy, all have to be right, all control is in the world of knowledge, thought, and belief. You remember it and you say, oh, wait a minute, that upsets me, and you get upset. And next thing you know, if you're a Second Amendment person, you grab a AK-47 or whatever you have there and you go into the, I just thought of something. I didn't tag. I gotta remember that tag thing. I don't know what made me think of that, Therese. Obviously, you know. So, if indeed you're finished with needing to experience anger at your husband, your wife, your child, your aunt, uncle, whatever those things are, then just when that anger begins to manifest, realize that you live in a dream world. You live in the world of knowledge, thought, and belief. And there is another dimension, another world you can live your life from. I mean, it's been given a lot of names over the years, I guess. Probably heaven and nirvana and free to be free, peace, all of those things. And they're all really true. They're just a different, perhaps, word than what I'm using a bit, because I'm using move into the dimension of creation. With this idea to you create creation, I create creation, is the creation of a blank spot, a space, nothing there. There's nothing there. So a space where nothing is in, that nothing is a new space. And from there you can bring forth a new life. If you bring forth your life from knowledge, thought, and belief, you're going to repeat, as we have been for thousands of years. Repeat what we've done before. Repeat over and over and over. If you need any proof, just ask yourself, since you were born, and since you read any kind of history books, have we gone from war to war to war and gotten ready for war in between? Then if we have, collectively, all we do is repeat. And if all we do is repeat collectively, that means individually, all we do is repeat. Anyway, I said I was going to sign off, and here I am jibber-jabbering a little longer. You guys have a perfect experience creating the possibility within yourself. I wonder if you will say to yourself out loud, to your nearest person around, I create creation. Not knowing what it is even though I've told you it's a blank space. There's nothing there. A perfect experience of creating creation to each of you. See ya.